Welcome to Muskoka Fridays. That's my friend Slow Larry, and I'm Colin. Today we're going to do a whole bunch of great things.
Friday's here, let's head
not how light
up
it is.
north, where the air is clean and pure.
Go in through there.
Hey, it's Friday, you know, we worked on the bikes earlier this week. Now we're going to work on the Dakota. We're going to spend like 15 minutes because she's not, I got Dill working with me now. We're going to work on the Dune buggy soon. We got a few parts we can put on, a few things to get ready. I'm very excited about that, but I want this out of my yard. I want to get this certified. I want it out of here. I love it, but I need some room. And it just keeps going, you know, we just keep doing more work and it just doesn't fix it. So today I noticed the ignition coil, one of the wires was a little loose on it. We're gonna find a nut for that, tighten that down. I'm gonna change the fuel filter. We have changed the screen, the inlet screen, because this truck was sitting for 10 or 20 years, we don't really know. A long time, and that gas that came out of there smelled like old deck stain, gross. Ooh. All right, this is what I did on the Dakota. This was the biggest part. First of all, it took me a while to figure it out, get it running. I don't know. I think we had to do, it was the crank position sensor that really did it. I don't remember whether we just changed it or whether we changed the whole distributor. Can't remember. Look at these. Anyways, I redid all the floors in it. You know what? I'm just gonna share some pictures. While I change this filter, I'm gonna find whatever old pictures I got of this Dakota. I'm gonna share them right now. And when we come back, we're gonna have a new fuel filter, tight ignition system, and this baby's gonna just scream to the hills, right, Dill?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, screaming for the high hills.
All right, so we got that done. Hopefully we got a few photos for you to look at there. Working away
at the coil pack.
One of that bottom bolt on the blue coil there
Was loose.
and then we found a bad ground over here.
Right here.
So we cleaned that right off
Yeah.
and put back on.
I had to put a new connector on that one wire for the coil pack because it sheared off.
Oh yeah, when he was taking it off, it just fell right off. So that could have been a problem too, like right where the wire met with the metal connector with the loop to bolt on.
Yeah.
It's very weak, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're gonna see if we got a horsepower gain.
Yeah, and I changed the fuel filter. So I'm gonna click the key on a couple times and then we're gonna fire it up. And we're hoping this thing's not gonna, we're hoping it's gonna start quickly. Because at this point, I think that the starter has more miles on it than the truck.
Lordy.
Oh boy! Could be a phantom rev, but that felt stronger than normal. Okay, so we've now done more work to the Dakota and it still stinks. So I'm gonna try a temperature sensor. We're gonna check the exhaust temperature before the catalytic, at the catalytic converter, and behind it. And in theory, it should be hotter. I wanna know if the catalytic is just jammed. Okay, and right before the cat, it's 93, 81. Okay, so it's definitely hotter. To me, that says the catalytic is working properly. I did bang it. I didn't feel anything loose. So I'm gonna say that that's not the problem. So, I don't know. It's kind of where you got like kind of fed up with things. Wish I knew some guy that loved Dodge and knew a little bit more about me with this stuff, because it's such a nice running truck. The one thing we still have is a coolant temperature sensor code. We've changed the sensor, but I don't know, we had a couple wrong ones, so who's to say the parameters aren't off with the one we have. And I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. This might be the time when I just try and figure out somebody who knows more about these things than me. Because I've done the majority of what I want to do to this vehicle. And I don't know, it's just starting to not be fun. But what a nice running little car. Aside from it being completely gutless. Alright, we're gonna spend a little time working on the Dune buggy now because it's calling for a lot of rain tonight. We got blue skies for the time being, so we're just doing whatever we can do to get this done. We're just starting, noticed like a bad homemade cover for one of these inlets on the carb. Found a crack in the vacuum advance going to the distributor, and Dill's just kind of tied them off so they can't get caught in the pulleys or the belts or anything. And what's next? Dylan's gonna put some gas in it. We're gonna shooken that can out a few times. We're gonna put gas in it. I'm gonna put that little star adjuster on the brakes. I'm gonna make like the other little nut for to receive the brake shoe. It didn't come with that, so we're gonna make that. And we're gonna do whatever we can do before the rain comes to just get this thing ready and hopefully get on to mounting this spoiler. Because I had to get some new material. I tried to see how I could do it with what was there. Ended up getting just a couple pieces of metal pipe so we can adapt it to the aluminum brackets on the spoiler, and then weld it to the body on the machine just to be like, get her on there, boom, boom. Yeah, oh yeah, do it. Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Let's do it.
And then start speeding up. Do it. Do it.
All right, put it on fast forward for a while here. All right, now we've finally hooked up gas to this tank here. Dylan wants to give it a go and make sure that it's gonna run on its own fuel. Probably a good idea. Let's check it out.
Ignition on, baby.
Yeah.
Thrusters activated.
Did you turn it off or
What?
just stalled or?
So,
Let's give it another go.
it shut off from when this
Did
opened.
the choke? Oh, the choke opened there.
Oh yeah.
Kill switch works like a charm. All right, so we got our little brake adjuster thing here, and we got to make a receiver out of this thing. So I'm gonna cut this down, put a slot in it for the brake pad, because at the end of the day, it's got to look like this one. So we got to make something like that. All right, so we got our piece made. You know, I don't really care how beautiful it is, but yeah, here's the old one, or like an existing one, and then the new one. They look about equally beat up. This was the piece I had to order online. I just put some silicone brake lube on it. I'm gonna put some on here. And with this, we are ready to reinstall the back brakes. All right, we got the back brake together. All the lines are hooked up. Now we just got the, what do you call this? Firewall.
Yeah, yes.
And so the reservoir for the master cylinders in there. We had to kind of figure out the routing of the lines so they don't hit the steering. Now we're going to bleed the brakes and we're going to carry on. It's just starting to rain here. All right, guys, Sunday here. Sunday. And we were hoping that we'd be having a spoiler on this thing. We were hoping we'd get a little further, and we got stuck on bleeding this master cylinder. It just isn't cooperating, and that's just how it is. So took us a while, had to take things apart, probably because it was sitting in a kind of humid car for a couple years, that part. I expected to get to this sooner than we actually did. So I ended up having to like pull the master cylinder. Is just not getting brake fluid. I'll show you. See, this is where brake fluid goes into the master cylinder from this reservoir. And it just basically wasn't going in. So usually you bench bleed a master cylinder. And I'm like, well, this is close enough to a bench. We can do everything we would do there. Anyways, I've tried everything. Inside those white inlet ports, there's like this tiny pin-sized hole for fluid to enter the thing. And it's just not cooperating. I've cleaned it. I know I've got something small enough in the hole. All right, so I was like, well, you know what? Brake fluid is pretty corrosive itself. It'll eat through paint and stuff. Maybe it'll eat through whatever. Maybe it's some dried up assembly gunk on there. Who knows what it is, but let's just leave it full of brake fluid. Now what we're gonna do is put like a little vacuum puller thing onto the bleeder screw on either side and see if we can suck whatever's in there through. Other than that, Gary told me you don't want front brakes on a Dune buggy, and I'm okay with that. I'm just kind of upset that it's like a brand new part that I haven't got to work, and it just seems like we should be able to get it to work. We might want to unhook it so it doesn't have front brakes so we can drift easier. I don't know. We're gonna try it, but first of all, we're gonna see if we can get this thing working properly. It'd be nice to have the option, you know? And then we're getting mounted, and the craziest thing showed up. The thing that was holding back the entire project. And when I say it's crazy, I mean it's nuts. These specialty nuts for these specialty rims. And I'll show you what we're talking about here. First of all, this is a fairly small thread. It's not your common 1/2-inch lug nut. And I'm going to show you this rim here. Okay, so these are the rims we're working with. And you can see they're not recessed. That's just flat there. So we've got these special nuts that have a threaded sleeve that will go inside of here. And then they also have a washer on them. Just try to do this one-handed here. So you put this threaded sleeve on. The other thing was these rims are slotted up and down so they can kind of fit two different bolt patterns. I bet a lot of these fell off back in the 70s. But you know what? I've been waiting a while for these. And now we've got our lug nuts. Oh yeah, baby! So that being said, the gas tank is hooked up. It runs on its own. The battery, we cut it down so that it'll fit into the thing. There were just these kind of like mounting things on the side of it. But we shaved those right off. And like, I don't know. Hopefully things are gonna go better than last night, because last night we just struggled and nothing was cooperating, and it was about to rain all the time. And as soon as anyways, it's just one of those days. Today, I'm hoping everything's gonna go good because we could be driving this baby down the road. Oh yeah. Oh, it's tight like a tiger too. Oh, going. This is beautiful. Alright, we'll torque those. Oh yeah, and they're even still holding air. How awesome is this? This is so cool. Oh, I love it. Okay, so what we had before was this track for the spoiler. This kind of mounted to the roof. One peg mounted right in here, tight to the bottom, and then that was kind of the lift. But we've got a frame coming down. It's not a flat roof. We've got a frame coming down. So this needs to be a lot longer. And then for ease of mounting, I'm hoping that I can do something with these two different size tubings. So this one here should hopefully fit over top of that. Oh yeah. A little slop, that's okay. I don't mind. This one here hopefully is gonna fit inside of that. Which, oh yeah, it's walking in. Boom. So if, let's see how luck will have it. Now, this stuff was all dangling down, making it hard to see. What I'm hoping is that at the front, we can just put a little stub of pipe, weld it to the roll bar, and this here will maybe cut this in half, stand it up where we want it, tack, cut off the excess, maybe close the bottom if we feel we need it. But, you know, we're trying to do it fast. There's so many holdups. You know, a few hours is great, but you want to see these things really come together, you know? At least I do. I've been looking at this thing in my yard for like 2 years, being like, no, Colin, you just can't afford to do it. You don't have the time. But now, because of Muskoka Fridays, I got all the time. I mean, I have to make money too. This isn't exactly, you know. But hey, this is fun. And I'm glad you guys are here with me. And I'm just gonna kind of set this on and see how close these things are. Dylan just showed up. He just had his dinner. I got the hardware off the wing. And I'm just gonna see how this is gonna look. See how close these. So there's a bit of a gap there. These ones we could definitely cheat. Where do we want it? You mind holding it there for a second? Got it somewhere. What about if it was like way back? Mind holding that for 1 sec? Don't hold that. Thanks so much, buddy. You can come with me. I think that's good. I'm gonna mark that. Just give it a little scratcheroo. Okay, now we can take the wing off. I can help lift it. Try it. We can always have multiple mounting locations, right? Just a couple bolts.
I think we should throw it on the thing.
Okay, let's throw it on and then we'll get a rough measurement of the back legs.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I decided that's close enough. We want that all the way down. We're just gonna basically weld a nut to that so that we can tighten that down. We'll get a different size nut for that. Feeling pretty good about that. And then here, we've got our legs. And these are gonna go on the outside, kind of like that. All right, we're pretty happy with this one. She's looking good. What do you think, Till?
The old turbo wing.
So where do we want to mount those crossers? I don't think it really matters.
I'd want to put them like. I'd want to put it like parallel
With that
pipe.
bar.
Yeah.
There's a bar underneath. Don't say. Mount this thing kind of like where it would cross with that bar. I'm good with that. I'm not picky at this point. We got a whale tail. I'm not gonna sweat on the minor details, you know what I mean? We're just banging her together now. Woo! All right, we got the seats in. We got the back brakes are bled. We got an issue with the front brakes. This master cylinder was sitting around for too long. But Gary said you don't want front brakes, so let's see if he's right. Dylan's just putting the wheels on. We got to figure out what we're going to do with the last wheel. We're either going to put a temporary wheel on, or we're going to just re-drill the original holes and use the spacers and everything. I'm going to throw the hood on. This thing's now running on its own steam. So with any luck, we're going to get this thing off of the jacks, sitting and moving. With any luck. Well, got good progress. We got wheels. We have one headlight that works.
The next step would be like what, lights?
Yeah, lights. Little body repairs. Look at that. Oh, big. We got our seats in here. They were a little wet. She is looking right. We got a charger on it, so she's ready for cruising. We got switches. We got wheels. We need to work on our bolts, but you know what? 3 is good for a try. That's why they call it 3. Here we just ended up welding the nut onto the frame. We'll take this off, weld it up more, paint it, but it's in there nice and good for attack. And we'll just put a few washers in between here, get the right size bolt. Beautiful. And if we need to take it off, just unbolt this, unbolt there, and the wing comes off. Oh my goodness. All I want to do is try this right now, but you know what? It's late. I don't know. If it was Friday, like, I'd be driving it till sunup, but it's Sunday, and I don't know.
Might as well we just hook them up with the chainsaw.
Guess we're waiting for next week. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. This is such a fun project. I'm so glad you came along, and even if you just fast forwarded it right to the point. Next week, we're taking this with some buddies, whoever helped out, whoever can show up too. People are busy, it's the summer. And we're gonna take this dune buggy for a rip. So, oh yeah, good work, buddy.
Good work, bro.
Thanks, man.
This is a true cold start, ladies and gentlemen.
How can we not be driving this right now? Oh, yeah, I don't know how people or whatever not driving.
I think that's reverse, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think that's reverse.
That's first?
That's first, second.
Oh, yes.
Like first and second's in the middle.
No, it was like, that's first or something, and I think... I don't remember.
Yeah, should we look it up?
What a dirtbag. Look at this filthy, disgusting machine. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, I got just a little second here. Super pumped to give this thing a quick try. So I'm making these things here out of, I buy sheet metal by the sheet, like a 4x8 sheet of it is more economical than going to like the supermarket for it. And I'll show you what we're doing here. So here we have our new, bigger 7-inch headlights. So I've got this slightly angled there. See, it's not square like that. It's like a little bit angled because that's the way the bar is. And this is going to mount onto here, drill some holes, weld this onto this shaft. The old lights used to go right there. And then this is going to mount here and sort of get welded. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere in there. And yeah, and then we're gonna have headlights. But I feel like that's necessary before it comes down and goes for a little toot, you know? Otherwise it might not happen. So I'm doing it.
We went to go for a ride in the old Dakota. We smelled something burning. There's that hole is where the resistor pack, as you were saying, goes in for the circulation fan inside the dash there. And you should have seen how much mud scrap was in there. This thing like caught fire on us here.
These things like heat up to variable resist the speed of that fan. And it's in here where the air passes through and it was just jam full. And like the truck almost caught on fire. Okay, I got those brackets on. I just tacked them because I want to make sure they look right. And then I sprayed them because you know what, that's enough for a headlight. And sort of
Yeah, they're the same.
tried to make it so it made sense. Dylan's got the one housing mounted here. It's so sunny and beautiful today.
Yeah. Should we tighten this up or just see if it fits and we'll pull it back on?
I think snug it up. Well, we should be able to snug it just from the outside, don't you think? Because it has a lock washer.
We could try, yeah.
I don't know how much torque it can take before cracking. It's very bargainy, you know. But
Pretty clumsy. We see what it looks like anyway.
we bought the affordable ones. But this whole thing is like, if you try and do things symmetrically, like see the way this is kind of like bing bing, and the tire is like, say, like kind of just over 2 fingers. This one here is like way different. It's like way offset. The other one was sort of centered on this. This one we had to sneak it way over there. Otherwise the tire was gonna hit it. So we're kind of just taking a guess at how this is gonna look. Oh yeah, we're getting that look now, baby. Oh yeah, that looks good. The sizing is correct.
Alright, I'll pull this one up for you. Are you ready for the other one?
Yeah, buddy. Good job, bud. All right, both headlights are in. Oh, it looks like a real nice old Volkswagen now. right, the moment has come. We're gonna take it for a tiny little test rip. Make sure she works, because this Friday, we're gonna wanna really put it through its paces. We're gonna take it off its things here. Yeah, hold on, I gotta show how light it is. I mean, not how light it is, how strong Dylan is.
I just grabbed her from here and here and I could deadlift the whole thing. You recording? Yeah. There's the anchor.
Ready? You want to get the next level? Oh, shoot. Roll.
Just let her roll.
Oh, I don't know. Stronger than me. Just don't put your finger.
What are we doing with these? Want me to grab that?
Yes, deep within there.
Oh, there you go.
All right, the moment has come. We're gonna take it for a tiny little test rip. Make sure she works, because this Friday, we're gonna wanna really put it through its paces. Okay, so I was at work. I mounted these. I made the mounts, and then Dylan was like, "Let me put them in." And then, I'm watching my kids tonight, so Dylan's like, "Bring that thing up to my shop. I want to put some." So what'd you do here?
I wired in a 4-post relay, so that's the first thing. It turns up.
So
everything
that turns on kind of the power to the console.
Yeah, so that's this one.
Yeah.
And this is your starter. This is the coil pack. And this is high beams. This one's high beams, this one's low beams.
All right, let's check that out.
You want lows first?
Yeah. Oh.
And that's with both of them.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
You like it?
That's really cool. Oh, it's looking so fun.
And I adjusted it. Is it pretty good now?
Yeah, it's looking really good. Yeah, it looks a lot like it was sort of cross-eyed before. But within this thing, these are like motorbike lights. They were kind of like tilted like this. Dylan straightened it out. Oh, but this is awesome. And I talked to Teddy. He's gonna let us rip around at his farm there on Friday afternoon. So if you got anything you want to rip on the trails, or if you want to rip this thing, everyone's gonna get a turn. Everyone who helped out with anything to do with this series or fixing it up gets a turn on the Dune buggy. This is because sometimes you work and you work a lot of late nights, and sometimes you play. And today's the day. Today's the day that we're taking this old girl out for a rip. A real one. But we had some issues with the brakes. That master cylinder just wouldn't bleed, so I might give it one more shot, and then I did get another master cylinder. We're gonna need brakes. So we're gonna fix the brakes. I'm gonna do an oil change. I've never done an oil change on one of these. So I was looking at it, and it looks like you gotta drop this kind of circle about this big that has a screen in it and everything right from the center of the motor. But there's a skid pan there, so we're gonna see. Do we have to like cut the skid pan or take the motor out to change the oil or something? If it's gonna be really tricky, what I'm gonna do is just extract the oil with my sucker machine and put some new oil in, which isn't quite as good as draining it, but you know what? I just want to get some half decent oil in it before we beat the living heck out of it. I don't know, I'm hoping this is gonna be a good day. I'm feeling a little guilty. I should probably be going to work this morning, but I was like, if I stay up till midnight last night, then I'm gonna be too tired to have fun, you know, and that's something that I always do, you know. I'm like, I'll do this, and by the time it actually comes the time to have fun, I'm so exhausted that I can hardly even be present during that moment. So I said, you know what, I got a half day of work, I'm gonna do it over the weekend. And I'm gonna focus on this dune buggy, because otherwise, just the folks that signed up to be there today, they're not gonna be able to come. My buddies aren't gonna have the time. So we're just gonna take a little time from here, put it there, and we're gonna focus on this dune buggy. This whole day is gonna be focused on trying to get this thing out to have fun. Okay, so I found a problem with the brakes, and I should have looked at this, but I guess I got excited. So this push rod, this is what goes from the brake pedal and then pushes into the master cylinder that hydraulically pushes fluid out to the wheels. And it was pushed in a little bit. I saw a little slack, but it was like not the right direction slack. So this, I put a little tiny bend on it because it's got to get around some stuff, and I shorten it. I ground down the end, and we're gonna see if that's the right size or not. So this goes down into here and pushes this piston to make the brakes move. Now I can see that little portion within that's going in. It's like the push rod's pushing that piece that goes in. That wasn't sitting all the way back. Now I know it's back and there's slack. So I'm gonna try bleeding this again. Hopefully we don't have to change this thing out. So what are we doing there, Joe? What are you wiping that with?
Okay, so this is Dusty. This is my wife's first knitting craft. And it's supposed to be, I think, a polar bear or something like that.
Beautiful.
But anyways, I use that to wipe the dust and everything off my dash. So that's why we call it Dusty.
Well, don't get her too dirty on this filth bag. And we're just waiting for a couple other buddies to show up. Chris is here with his side-by-side. All these helper guys who have made this possible are here. And we are gonna go to the park.
Options he's saying.
Yeah, we can go either way, but I don't know about the trees, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, we haven't been down that way in a long time.
Oh.
So this is the easy way. You can do a loop in and around and do the 8.
This was all
This
clear.
is the better loop. It goes all the way in behind. So,
I'm willing to go first if it makes any difference.
yeah, we just might have trees. So one of us has to have the saw, which I'll walk it. Where's the saw?
Or do
Did
we
you
want
bring
to?
it?
I don't know. What do we want to do?
Okay.
Oh, I said we can go whatever one. I said, you know, we're at your mercy, right? He said this one's fun, but might have more stuff down. I'm like, oh, that kind of sounds
It sounds exciting.
sounds like our trail. He said this one's almost guaranteed clear, but it's a little more basic. I wouldn't worry about the little stuff. Teddy, he pointed out a little fun spot as we're coming through. Like he's got bush for acres and acres and acres, but on the way in, there's a sand pit off to the left-hand side. He said you can fall into the bottom of it and climb the sand wall, and we can probably launch it. And if I know Colin, that's where we're gonna stand.
You telling me it's lunch break?
It's launch break.
Oh yeah. To the moon, Alice.
Let's do it.
And back.
Bushwhacking.
All right, we're gonna. The other guys, they don't want to take their nice machines through here and scratch them up and everything, and I don't blame them. But we have something that with $200, and it's basically for this. So we're gonna just see how she goes here.
Scratches will give it character.
That's right. Just like you and me, Teddy.
Yep. We're all scratched and dented. Show them how it's done, Colin. Oh no. Well, I lost my phone. I might have to walk it, yeah. Okay, well go ahead. I stopped up in here, so I'm gonna check up in here. I must have been bent over. I had it in my pocket. Fuck, where did I phone you? The Android. I'll find it. It's got to be when I started trimming from here to the corner, because I had it in the cart. I lost it earlier and I stopped in the beginning. I know it's here, between here and the corner. Okay, I'll catch up to you.
Well, I'm trying to phone you. Ringing. Hello. Someone's got your phone, Teddy. Got it? Well, looks like it's just you and me, Dune Buggy. There's one little tree. We could probably hop it, but you want to hop in?
Yeah. The guy found. Oh shit! The guy found it before you called it. This is my favorite part of the property. Back here.
So there's this one here, but we're just going to try and strategically.
Yep. You did it! Oh, unreal! Yeah.
Oh, there's one there. That's a real one.
Uh-oh, can we go around
Can
it?
we just lift it up?
Can you get around it? No? Yeah, we can probably lift it. There's two. Worst case, we can turn it here and that one probably crack.
It looks old too. There's mushrooms on it.
Go around this one. Push over a tree. Right through. This is where it loops. And then there's a trail that goes in and down there, and there's a loop, and then this one goes back up to the void.
Alright, so let's just turn around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're pretty well there.
We'll get a chainsaw next time. Alright. We'll just head over to like the sand pit and then go for a tour or what?
We just stay this way and go around. Or we can go back here. Okay. So this is the pit and that's the field. So it's a circle, right?
Yeah.
So this is the pit and that edge is the top. Give her! Give her!
Well, he said watch out for jagged stuff he's buried.
No, yeah, that way. We would have got air for sure. We would have got it.
So what do we want to do? Should we head back to them or should we try and get air right now?
Let's get air.
Let's quick. Do you want to stay in the car or
watch you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch you do it.
Okay.
Unless you want me with
No,
you.
it doesn't matter. I don't want you to die. And
I don't want you to. I want to go. I want to go.
you want to come for the ride?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you're telling me to drive through there and then rip back up this way?
Yeah, exactly.
So where's the exit?
So do it once slow and then I'll jump out and then you can do a wild one.
Okay.
All right, boys. Remember, please keep all hands and arms inside the car at all times.
Make sure your head doesn't hit the bar, right?
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
That was a good idea.
So now the question will be, can he get through that, but with enough speed, he can get up this one. All right, so Colin made it down. Colin made it through the water on the approach, and then he turned around and decided he wanted to come back up. Oh, is this a majestic Colin bathing in his natural habitat? I think it is. I see Teddy's ran for high ground. Good move, Teddy. I like that. Teddy's avoiding it, and Colin is just getting right into it.
I just had the thing waxed.
Yeah, well, you know what? The end game here was Colin was gonna make it through all this water and hit this and try and launch it. And I'm pretty sure the launch would have been successful had he not fallen in the drink. All right, Colin, tell us your thoughts.
Well, I feel like I really buggied it up. Buggered the whole thing up.
It looked like you were barely making it through. You almost hit this high ground and gave yourself a bit more momentum. But,
You know, that's what happened. I should have given it more gas. I should have given it less. Who knows? Maybe we should have done the swamp last thing of the day. Who knows? You know, decisions are tricky.
you know what? The way I see it is, I mean, there's good ideas and there's better ideas, but when you're doing this stuff, there's really no bad ideas, right? You know what? This has made your 5 o'clock shadow look very 8 o'clock shadow. You wait till you look at this footage. You know, you got like a real Jason Statham thing going on here.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Can you be like, can we just get the buggy back? Give me the, give me the
I
best
think we're
thing.
gonna need to call Jason Statham because we need the mechanic at this point. Is that even how you say his last name?
I don't even know. Statham?
Statham?
Statham. That's got to be the one. Statham.
So good, man. Seeing that from the top of the hill was priceless. Yeah. I wish I ran down sooner, but I wanted to stay up there because I was convinced you guys were gonna bust through, and I wanted to be.
We almost did, I think.
Oh, man, your tires were touching the high ground several times. Look at that. That's gonna need a watch.
That's so fun.
That's awesome.
Look how filthy this seat is. Look at that V where my legs were. I'll just carefully
You know, the
just take
cartoon
this
fella.
off of here.
Okay, so what happened?
Look,
Colin?
I don't want to talk about it, okay, Joe?
Okay, well, turn around and let's show your back. He is covered.